All right. Now that we know the right mindset we have to have before going into cold calling, I'm going to talk about two pretty advanced topics before we move forward. Okay. Now, one of the first topics is note taking. All right. When you are talking to these people, you want to take amazing notes. All right. Now, learn from my mistakes. I would take notes and I would take shorthand notes and I would say, "Oh, I know what I later on I'm going to know exactly what I meant." Right? No, you're not. You're going to be confused. What was I saying? What is that? Why did I write that note like that? Right? Don't do that. Make sure you're always very clear. Even though you're going to likely be the one reading it later, trust me, it's going to confuse you. So make sure you're always writing notes like you're explaining the conversation to a 6-year-old. That is extremely important. It doesn't matter. And if you ever have employees or cold callers working for you, you want them to do the exact same thing. So make sure that you write it like you're explaining it to a child. And I promise you will always be satisfied with your notes. These notes are absolutely everything that you do. Okay. If you can't read the note, you mess up the note, you mess up the whole lead. So even after the call ends, take a minute, reread your notes, make it make sense. Even if you have to take 5 minutes, I allow my employees to take 5 minutes. That's a long time. That's 300 seconds. Okay, in case you didn't know, 5 minutes to edit the notes so they are perfect for you by the time that you actually take a look at them. I recommend you do the same exact thing. When you read these notes later, you do not have room for error. I'll give you a small example. If you call someone and you misspeak on anything, you are going to lose rapport. Okay. You call them by the wrong name. They might even hang up on you. You say the wrong thing. Hey, we said this. No, I didn't say that. Hey, your daughter's name is Sarah. No, it's not. It's Kelly. Okay. Anything that you mess up, it's going to hurt you. So these notes are extremely important. So instead of doing shorthand or not doing as detailed notes as you think, instead go above and beyond and make sure you have everything in there that you possibly spoke about. You're going to want to reference that on your next call. And when you reference it and you reference it accurately, it is now going to build rapport. They know that you're going to be listening. Now that leads me to my next second ninja point. Okay. This is a big deal. Now, the next part is the seller's emotions, the seller's experience. Very often while we're cold calling, especially when we're new, we're so focused on our experience as the cold caller. Try not to do that. That's going to hurt you. You want to think about their experience. What are they experiencing with you calling them, right? So, one of our rules is if you always think about what you're supposed to say next, you're probably going to say the wrong thing. But if you always think about what the seller is experiencing and what they're actually saying, you will always say the right thing. Now, this is an important reminder to stay present whenever you are talking on the phone with the seller, because you need to be in tune with what's actually going on with them. As soon as they feel a disconnect, you've lost rapport and you may have even lost the entire lead. So make sure that you're focused on their experience and their emotions. And not just that you're focused on it, but that you are putting their experience almost above yours. They need to have a great experience with you. That will ensure that they work with you in the future. The more the seller likes you, the better price you're going to get, the more deals you're going to close. Okay, that is a fact. Okay, anybody who wants to buy something from me that I really like or that I love, they're getting a better price. Anyone that I don't like, they want to buy something from me, they are not getting a better price. I might not even want to sell anymore. Okay, think about that. Think about a time that you've had something for sale and someone you didn't like wanted to buy it. What would you really do? Well, now that we know that, let's instead get these sellers to fall in love with us. We do that by being pleasant and by being pleasurable to talk to on the phone. These are very important factors. All right, guys, let's get to the next one.